Hi everybody, and welcome to the Fabulous Empty Nest with me, your host Angie. It is a beautiful Tuesday here in sunny Northern California. This area that I sit in when I film my videos is my kitchen nook, and it overlooks a park. And today we have blue skies. It's probably only going to get to about 59 degrees. That's kind of the average temperature for November, and then they'll start dipping in probably early December, and it'll rain for like 3 months. But I'm enjoying the weather now. I have been really busy trying to, as I said, trying to finish up some projects so that when 2026 comes around, I can start a bunch of new projects. That is my goal, and I think I'm going to hit it. I have great news. Where is it? Sorry, I'm looking around all over the place. So I have great news. I finished my hawk moth. Well, that's not true. I put it together. That's it. I put it together. I don't know what is happening. I guess I have like 3 hours a night to crochet, and then if I'm lucky, some time on the weekends. But for the last 3 or 4 weeks, I've been in training all day on Saturday. And so now that I've decided not to go forward with that job, I am going to have more time. But it has taken me a long time to get this hawk moth done. I don't know why. I love it. I think it's exciting. It's a time-consuming project. I put it together last night. I seamed it so it has like a top seam, like a it's a slip stitch, and I slip stitch it from the right side so it's got like a ridge, and I really like that. It's got kind of a manly look to it for my son, and I think it's going to be really sturdy for him. So I'm going to put a picture in right here and let you all see what that looks like. There's still some work to be done on it. There still needs a trim, and I need to weave in the ends, but gives you an idea of where I'm at. I also am halfway done with the Ruana. This project has also been very time consuming because it's just a granny stitch, and I start out with 241 chains. So as you can imagine, it's very long, and you're just going back and forth with the granny stitch. So I'm going to put some pictures in right here for my half of the Ruana and where I'm at with that. I think it's going to be gorgeous. I went and looked at the pattern again really closely to see like how it's sewn up. I think once it's put together, oh my gosh, and I'm going to put a teal trim rib around the whole thing. Oh, it's going to be gorgeous. I am going to wear this out. So yeah, Ruana is getting close to being finished. I suspect I will have it finished over the Thanksgiving weekend. And then I went to another pattern off of MJ's Off the Hook. I was just going on there to look at the Ruana, and I saw a hat pattern for some chunky yarn, and I have a ton of chunky yarn, and I was like, oh, let's try that. And I was watching the Game of Wool, and so this is a 1 episode hat, very, very cute, fits like a dream, and like this is the best fitting hat I think I've made yet. And I just put a little pom-pom on it. It hasn't been fluffed yet, but this hat was so easy. This would definitely be a beginner hat, I believe, if they had somebody to ask questions to, because they might need to have questions. But I'm going to put this in the description about this hat pattern. I got the old Addy out and made this tube. This is going to be a hat to go with my daughter Chelsea's sweater that I made her. But then I was like, maybe I need to do it in the granny square to make it, you know, cohesive, because her sweater is a granny stitch, not a granny square, but a granny stitch. And so this I'm putting a big button on and it will be finished. And I'm a little more happy with it than I was. That took me a little while to get with it. But anyway, I just turned this so it's double-sided, and I did this with my Addie, and I'm wondering, I've really become close friends with my Addie. For those of you who have seen some of my earlier videos, I was ready to ship it out, send it back to the people I bought it from, and just be like, I'm going to pretend like that part of my life never happened, because it was so stressful. My poor husband was like, just learn to knit. This is dumb. Like, you are making yourself so upset over a machine, a plastic machine. So once I just accepted Addie for who she is and learned her quirks and, you know, her little idiosyncrasies and the things that like make her tick, she and I have been besties since. And she has not dropped a stitch for me, knock on wood, in months. So I found that it's all about tension. And I mean, I literally took that machine apart. Every piece of it I took apart and cleaned it. So I know her very well, very, very well. So yeah, I've been thinking about doing an Addie video. I'll talk more about that in a little bit, because I do have a challenge coming up that I'm excited about. This is the granny square sweater that I've been working on that has literally been giving me fits. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, other than I probably should have used a bigger hook. I used the hook that the yarn called for, and I wanted this to be more drapey. And I just realized after putting it on, you'll see it here, that I need to do about 4 more rows on each granny. But this is going to be a sweater, a long sleeve cardigan. No, not cardigan, a long sleeve pullover. And I was doing a rectangular sleeve. I think I've got it right here. These just are not working out. So I'm going to just frog this and do squares, I guess. That's what everybody else seems to be doing. And I don't know, maybe the problem is, again, just because the yarn's so stiff. I'm going to follow through with it and make it, and then I'll steam it, and that will loosen it up a bit. I think with a few more rows, it should be fine. I'm going to have to add a few more rows on these sleeves if I decide to use these, but not at the bottom, because I don't want it to be any longer. This is as long as they can be, or they will go down past my fingertips. But I do want an open sleeve. I'm not going to do a cuff on it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and just, I'll try to use those one more time, see how it goes. And then if it doesn't work, then I'll go with the squares. Made this cute little hat, and I'm trying to decide which pom-pom to use. I think I'm going to let my granddaughter choose. She's 18 and she has a fabulous eye for that kind of thing. I think I might be becoming a little colorblind, or just blind, but it's seeing color is challenging. The other thing that I noticed, I was telling my sister the other day, as I've gotten older, I don't wear a lot of makeup because, one, I don't know how to wear makeup. Two, I don't have time for that. I love seeing other women wear makeup. I think it's so beautiful, but it's just not for me. And so I usually put on a little bit of moisturizer. I have like a boomstick, and I do a little bit of pink right here. And then I have this little boomstick that adds a little shimmer on my eyes, just so I don't look like I'm dead. And that's it. And then I might put on some clear mascara just to define my lashes, but I always use a clear mascara because what happens when I use regular mascara is I have long lashes and then they hit up here and then I can't see it. And so I go out in public and my sister's always like, Ange, or whoever I'm with, Ange, you've got like mascara on your eyelids, which I don't even have much of an eyelid anymore because they're drooping so much with age, but I don't care because that's actually the beauty of aging, is that we get to, right? Because what's the alternative? We don't get to. I would rather get to. Oh, do you want to say hi? Lucy wants to say hi. Do you want to say hi to everybody? This is my Lucy. She's a Black Russian Terrier. She's 10 years old. She's an old lady. So anyway, I've had such great mentors that have, embraced the aging. One of my mentors in her late 60s went and walked the El Camino. They're traveling. One of them, she walks like 12 miles a day. Probably not my goal. So another project that I've been working on that's been really fun, we're doing a decador up at the Rancheria where I work, and I've never done it before. I work in the court and I have my own program, and this will be my third Christmas there. And the court has never been big on decorating, and I decided now that we have participants in our program, I want to decorate. I'm going to do a decador. So I'm going to show you right here. I used foam, and then I bought 2 of the trifold, what are they, like trifold project boards. I opened them up and then I painted them in different colors, and then I cut out all the pieces of the foam for the 3 reindeer and to make the barn, and then all of the Christmas lights. But I'm super excited about that. And then we're also putting up a tree in the courtroom, which is going to like completely freak everybody out because we've just never done that before. So that's been kind of a one-off project that's not crochet, but definitely I've been having a blast with it. And then I think I mentioned that I'm learning to knit. And so I got my supplies. I haven't started yet, but I am really excited. So I got my needles. They are Chia Ogu Premium Bamboo, and these are 6mm size 10. And then I bought this beautiful yarn. Look at that. And then this is my pattern I'm going to be using, and it's a hand warmer, so it's a beginner. Basically, I'm making a rectangle and I'm sewing it up. That's basically it. But I think that'll be a really good beginner project for me. I can like cast on, I think I'm even doing that wrong. And then I can like, I guess, knit. I don't know what it is that I'm doing, but I think I have some bad habits that probably are going to have to get fixed. Probably really bad habits. So I'm looking forward to learning this. The other thing that I'm trying to find a project for is this poppy yarn. I want to do something with this Christmassy poppy yarn. I have a 2 markets coming up, and I want to make something with this and put it in the market. It is rather thick. It's a super bulky. But I'm thinking a cowl and a hat, because I have 3 balls, or a hat and hand warmers. I think a hat and hand warmers. I think I talked about this in my last project. I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying not to like talk about the same stuff over and over. I did make a couple more pair of these cute little hand warmers. Of course, I don't get uptight over like the color pulling. I like it to be kind of wild and untamed. And so I'm good with that when these things like this happen. Some people that I love are not a fan. That's okay because it's not for them. But I thought these were really cute. I thought about making like a little cuff for the thumb, but I really like my thumbs to be free. So those are those. I made this, which is so thick and warm. So I had a little more fun with the Addy. So that's it on that. My next project. So my next project is going to be the 24 days of hats. And so essentially I'm going to make one hat every day. It might be crochet, it might be on my Addy. Heck, I might even knit one once I get this down. I think once I learn it, I'm probably going to take off with it, but it's going to be one hat a day. Each one will be a little different. I'm going to try to do different ones, but these hats will be donated to our local homeless shelter, and I'm going to donate those on the on Christmas Eve day down at our shelter. So that is my goal, and I want to invite any of you to join me. I think this would be really fun. I'm sure all of you have a homeless shelter or some other organization that you feel strongly about, such as veterans. We have a Healthy Moms program here in my town. Basically, that's a program for moms who have just gotten on the wrong track, and then they've gone through this program and they've put their lives back together, and now they're parenting and working and they're productive members of society. So a program like that would be great. You could make children's hats or hats for mom and baby. You could make hats for your local NICU, which we did one year. Your local cancer center. When I lived in Nashville, me and my friends made over 6,000 hats for our local cancer centers. So there are all kinds of organizations that you could make hats for. So the challenge is one hat a day for the starting on December 1st. So we have until Monday, and I am using only scrap yarn. That's the other piece of it. So one hat a day starting on December 1st, going until New Year's Eve day, using scrap yarn, crochet. And I think what I'm going to do with these hats is I might put them into like a Ziploc bag with, I don't know, something in it. Maybe, I don't know, a granola bar or some hand sanitizer, or I don't know, something that I can get maybe like at the Dollar Tree. So that's my goal. I really hope that some of you join along with me. And what I'm going to do is every Friday between the 1st and the 24th, which will be, oh gosh, I can't look up the dates because my phone's being used. I would imagine there's going to be 3 Fridays where I will get on and do a video on the hats. And I thought about doing a live, maybe doing a live the last Friday. And then if there are any of you who want to do this with me, you could show your hats on the live. So let me know what you think about that. I don't really have a whole lot of followers right now, so I've been really apprehensive about doing a live. I don't want to start one and then be like, hi, I'm here by myself. I mean, honestly, I'm sure that's happened to a lot of people, and I think that's part of the growing pains. I don't know that my ego's ready for that yet. So anyway, let me know what you think about that. I'm actually going to flip this and put this at the front of the video so people can hear it. And I'm getting a little more experiential with my editing. My editing so far has been very, very rudimentary. Like, very, as you could probably tell in some of my videos, like there's been some little mishaps, but I am experimenting a little more, experimenting with my thumbnails and things like that, because I mean, that's what it's all about. The other thing that I really wanted to do was do a pattern roundup, because I've looked at every pattern roundup out there, and I look at my Pinterest page and I'm like, oh, it's so different. I really want to do a pattern roundup, but I don't know how to do it. And I can't do that until I get my tutorial out, which just a little more editing. So yeah, I think this is it for today. Just remember, I'm doing a granny square challenge where I'm asking people to send in your favorite granny square, maybe a link to it or a picture. And I'm going to use that granny square on the bottom of one of my long sweaters. And whoever I pick is going to win a Furls crochet hook. I have an I and a J. So I'll have 2 winners. I've had 3 people send in granny squares so far. So thank you. And I think that's it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. For those of you that have been here before, welcome back. Those of you that are new, welcome to my channel. I'm Angie at the Fabulous Empty Nest. And let's see, you can hit the like button. That always is fabulous. You can always leave a comment, which is like the highlight of my day for sure. You have the option to subscribe if you enjoy my content. I try to put out a video at least twice a week. I'm aiming for 3 times a week. And I'm just so grateful for you all that show up and help me continue this fun little project that I see growing and becoming exactly what I was hoping it was going to be, which is connection, community connection, people getting together and sharing the love of the craft. So have a wonderful Wednesday or Tuesday. And I think most of all, have a fabulous Thanksgiving. I'm going to do a short little video on Thursday of our family get together, but there won't be a real video. But really, I just want you all to have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. If you don't, enjoy your day anyway, and I will see you soon. Take care.